Hey, good morning, good afternoon. It's already afternoon. This is New York Dan here. I'm trying a few different things to say. Yeah, we're going to talk some Sarasota. I got out Leslie's iPhone, the last iPhone, which I was supposed to use as my phone, and I probably should have, but I'm so damn stubborn. I was hell-bent on using Android. I have my Sony phone here. Yeah, I like this phone though, this Sony. I'm so used to it. But guess what? The rear camera on this phone, I noticed when I do my video, it comes out so damn like crummy. I have a feeling this will be better. I'm only filming this in 720p. Yup, I hate to say it, but I think the camera in this iPhone, the rear camera, or selfie camera, I should say, it's looking a lot better. On the screen, it picks up lower light. I have quite a bit of light on. I put an extra light over here. I have ceiling lights on over here. I have a bunch of lights. I don't want to have a light right above me. I'm going to have like shadows or a sunburn effect. Yeah. But this is the same lighting I use with the Sony phone. And I come out very grainy or dark, I notice. Yeah, even with all that going on. And I got the purple light on there. I got that at Dollar Tree. That's how professional my channel is. I got me a purple bulb at Dollar Tree. Paid like $1.25 for it. I got my electric candle at Dollar Tree. I got the skull. Where is it? Right there at Walmart. A glass skull. Most of that junk. I got the Route 66 at Hobby Lobby. And then the other Route 66 I ordered, the neon. I got to plug that one in. That one's super bright though. Yeah. All right. I'm getting distracted here. We're going to talk some Sarasota. I tested this mic out, by the way. This is my expensive mic. It has the adapter to use on the iPhone. And this isn't by any means a new iPhone. Leslie upgraded to a newer one, and she gave me her old one. That's what it was. Yeah, and then I was too damn headstrong to use it as my phone. I put a rubber case on it. I put a new, what do they call, glass screen protector on it. Yeah, the case, the color of her phone is almost the color of that new iPhone Tim was getting, the orange. It's an orangey, pinkish color. That's why I got a black rubber case for it, so it will look like, it looks pretty much like my Sony phone. Yeah, I cannot believe this phone, when it came out, it was so expensive. I didn't pay that much for it, but when it first came out, it was like a $3,000 cell phone, the Pro I. I cannot believe that the damn selfie camera is so bad on this phone. A matter of fact, the workaround solution, this is crazy. I'm going to show you guys because I got it right here. But the problem is with the case, it doesn't fit right. You see this device? Their workaround solution is this clamps on. How does this work? Oh, that's what it is. This clamps on to the other side of the phone, and you plug this in. And it gives you a monitor so you can use the better cameras in the back when you're doing a selfie video. That was their workaround solution. And this monitor costs like $400 or $200 when it came out. I got it for free because I got this on clearance. This was like the floor display, and they had this monitor with it. They threw this in for free. I got the whole shebang, and I had Best Buy rewards. I think I only ended up paying like $200 cash, $250 for the whole thing, maybe $300. Yeah, and originally $3,000 phone. You believe that crap? And it doesn't even, the zoom isn't, it's older. That's the problem. It's amazing how technology changes. Now the new iPhones have incredible zoom. This one, I think the camera's pretty good, but Oh, there is one limitation with this phone. Oh, man, now don't tell me I'm going to sneeze. I was testing this before, and I found that the problem is the battery doesn't last very long. Yeah, the Sony battery, I think, is much bigger, or it's much better with that phone. But I guess, you know what, this phone is perfect for doing filming when I'm at home or close by. You know, I can put my Wi-Fi even though I don't have a SIM card in it. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, we're going to talk. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're getting to it. Morning chat, guys, in the afternoon, because that's when I got up practically. I got some McAfee I made up. Yeah, my mug is over by... I was having water in my mug. It's not bad. That McAfee is kind of like the old Maxwell house. You know that? Or Folgers. You know, it used to come in a tin. It's pre-ground. It's the bargain coffee. That's what that is. I don't know how gourmet it is. It's like your classic coffee that grandmas would used to buy back in the day. It would come in a tin can, or the other one chock full of nuts. It's the same stuff. I'm telling you. They just label it McAfee. They figure that would get people to buy it like Tim at like McDonald's. It's probably the same stuff. I got a whole other tin or a round cardboard thing, same exact size as the McAfee, and it was the Target. I got both at Target, and the Target one was a couple dollars less, but it's probably the exact same coffee, I bet you. It's all ground up. So anyway, guys, I got me notes here, lads. I got me notes. Yeah, I'm going crazy today. I got a lot of stuff to do. I want to get outdoors this afternoon. I'm going to work on the Benz, and I'm going to show you guys what I do on it. I'm kind of like Tim with this crap. There's something that's bugging me about the car, and it's not mechanical. It's been driving pretty well. What's killing me on the car, there's a body panel. I think they replaced a fender on it at one point, and they used a fender from a newer model, the same car, but a couple years newer, and it has a crease along the molding in the bottom of it, that gray molding. I love that color scheme where it's white with the gray bottom, the two-tone color. Yeah, that thing, I love that car. It's so cool. In my opinion, I don't know what it is. I just like it. I could have bought a much newer Benz for less money. I ended up paying more money to get an older car that has less power. You imagine that? They have a newer Benz S-Class diesel. It has a V6 diesel, I think, from like 2009 or 2012, something like that. Instead, I buy a 1993, and I pay more money for it than the newer one. Go figure. And it has less power. But that being said, mine has a mechanical fuel pump, and it's much simpler. It's a straight 6 engine. I can get to all the pieces of the engine much easier. Yeah, I think it's probably worth it to keep it simple. And the car is bigger than the newer one. Yeah, I get a bigger car. So it is what it is. It turns out to be more of a project, though. So anyway, this crease is driving me crazy because the other panels are smooth. So I got Bondo at Home Depot. I'm going to sand this panel, this little lower panel. I'm going to fill that crease in with the Bondo. I'm going to make a quick video. I'll show you what happens. And then I'm going to get some gray primer. I think it will match up pretty good because that gray isn't that shiny. It kind of faded out. At some point, I'm going to repaint the entire car myself. But I think if I just use some gray spray on it, after I do the Bondo, I can make that piece match up to the rest of the car. Yeah, that one thing is driving me crazy. It's making the car look ghetto. Just that one little piece. I'm telling you. You're going to see. So, yeah, all kinds of stuff going on today. And I got to clean the boiler out too. It's getting damn cold in New York. And I've been using my little space heater to be cheap. Yeah, I have 2 electric heaters. One is like a radiator. It works great. They call it an oil-filled space heater radiator. I just use it on low. It's like 600 watts. They work great if it's just a little chilly out, but not in real cold weather. So anyway, I got to bite the bullet and get the boiler cleaned out. I got all these things to do. It's craziness. You got to be high energy. I got to get to it. Oh, I took some vitamin D3. I think that's helping. Yeah, I haven't been getting enough sun, so now supplement, take some vitamin D. It's probably made in China because I got it at Target. I got it a while ago, though, and it just says distributed by Target. Minneapolis, Minnesota. 2020 Target brands. I bet you the new one. I got to go back there and see where the new one is made. And you guys had a great comment. You said go to Walmart and check their supplements. Maybe they have suppliers that are from the States. I definitely got to remember that. Do another Walmart run. I guess it's worth it. I think they might have better deals than Target. It takes me probably about 20 minutes to get over there, 25 minutes. I have to go on the Parkway. It's a little bit more of a drive. They have Target close by to me. That's the catch. I do have a Walmart, though. It's more toward the middle of the island. It's closer to the expressway. The expressway goes right down the middle of Long Island. It's inland, as we say. And I'm over on the north shore of the island. So there's just little roads between the north shore and the expressway. So it takes longer to drive places. That's the problem. And then you got the Parkway system, too. So I got to go over to the Parkway and take that over by Walmart where it's close to the expressway. Venture inland. Probably about 10 miles. The island, I think it's only like 20 some odd miles wide. But it's not like a Caribbean island. There's a lot of people on it and a lot of urban essence. My place is very urban. It feels almost like Archie Bunker's place. Got me a small yard, but that's good in a way. It's easier to take care of it. I got enough damn leaves and yard work crap to do. And then these guys on Long Island, everyone's rich and they hire landscapers. Yeah, everyone and their brother got a landscaper doing their lawn. Nobody has a lawnmower. I like to do it myself. It's good exercise in a way, and then everyone's out of shape and they wonder why, right? Yeah, they all got these McMansions around here and they have landscapers come all the time. It's pretty crazy. All right, so yeah, I'm going to get into this, my notes here, and we're going to do it. Guess what? I got a new addition to the channel here. Grab this note page here. I have no idea how Tim does these videos. These guys that do it, they don't have any notes. What the heck kind of video are they making? They're just not like, how are you going to do a good video without doing notes? Come on. I guess Tim just complains about his problems the whole time. Whatever he's feeling. Oh, my shoulder hurts today. Oh, got a bad cold today. I think I'm getting all hopped up on this damn coffee. That's what's going on. I was supposed to start talking about Tim. I'm going on and on here. This is how he does it. He just drinks a bunch of damn coffee and he starts rambling. That's exactly what he does. He don't even take notes. Nope. I see how it's done. So anyway, yeah, guys, I got news for you. I am actually going to check. You guys were saying, hey, where's all the Sarasota Tim commentators? Where's all the videos from other commentators? They're like, what's going on? There's not much. Yeah, you know what? There's hardly any material Tim's giving us to do commentary on. And his channel, the views, he thinks it's all successful with the motorcycle and everything. It's not. The views are way down on his channel. This has been going on for a while. The views on the commentary on Sarasota, those are dropping way off. Some of my own content, which it's better content than Tim's, but I don't have the algorithm. Let's face it. But believe it or not, some of my own content has been getting more viewage than the damn Sarasota when I use his name. Remember, I used to use his name a lot. I would put it in my titles. Yeah, I would do stuff similar to him. I'd go to Applebee's. I'd put Tim's favorite or Sarasota Tim favorite. Yeah, put Applebee's. It would help get me more views. Guess what? That don't work anymore. I get more views leaving his name off the damn thing and just put in an Applebee's tag. Yeah. So it's been happening a while. And I remember when I first did commentary and Tim's channel, that was at the height when he had just done the Social Security vids. Yeah, when I first did it, I was talking about his channel. I got video views that were like 3,500, 3,800 views or whatever on one vid. Yeah, it was pretty cool. A lot of people were like watching him, or it was a hot topic. He had done all the Social Security. It's not that way anymore. And the vids, I'm going to talk about him today, though. I did take notes on him. But my point being, one of you put in the comments, what's going on? There's not much commentary on him anymore. Yeah. I think everyone is moving on. Blind Views. He's doing Nomadic Fanatic is mainly what he's talking about. And he was doing Camper Van Kevin. But I think Camper Van Kevin, I heard something about he had a stroke. He was doing Carnivore and he had a stroke. And then he had to take a break from doing the videos or doing the van life. He might be in rehab. Yeah, that's someone else to check up on if they are even posting anymore. But my point being, I am going to start covering Nomadic Fanatic. Yup. I looked at one of his videos, a couple of his videos. I've seen him before, and I took notes on what he's doing. I'm going to do a little experiment. Later on, I'm going to post a video about Nomadic Fanatic, and I'm going to talk about his channel, and we're going to see how many views that gets. It will be an experimente. However, that being said, I was perusing the channels this morning, and I saw Calpote's channel, and he talked Nomadic Fanatic. He only got like 30 views. So I don't know. It might not be a magic bullet. You know, like you talk about the channel, and all of a sudden you get a ton of views. Like, it seems to be working good on Blind View's channel, though. He gets some viewage, like 2,000 views when he's doing Nomadic Fanatic. We'll see. It's an interesting channel. Don't get me wrong. I've seen his channel before, Nomadic Fanatic. I've seen him a few times. I've watched some of his stuff, but I haven't been watching it or doing commentary on it. And he did, believe it or not, he did go on some cruises. He loves Disney, and he went on some Disney cruises, but he has a real problem with seasickness. Yeah, to the point that it sounded like the ship was in calm waters and he was having all kinds of troubles. We'll talk about that later. We'll do some other videos about him. So anyway, back to the old Sarasota. Sarasota Tim from Sarascrotum / Braden, Tucky. Back in the hood. Okay, get this. his video today, I was saying yesterday, I took notes, and he went on his motorcycle over to CVS, and he was having this problem with his voice from the, he claims it's from the flu shot. He actually sounded better yesterday than he usually does in person when he does his videos. Yeah, you know, he has kind of a annoying voice, the tone of his normal voice, Tim. It's not really pleasant to listen to. It's not a good radio voice. When he was sick yesterday, he sounded like a different guy. He sounded younger, and I thought his voice was better. It sounded better to watch. It sounded like a whole different person was doing the vid. Pretty insane. Did they replace him with AI? Is that what's going on? So today, though, wow. His vid from today where he was sick this morning, oh my gosh. He sounds like Alex Jones. He's got this deep, raspy voice, and he's getting all mad. He says he's breathing through his damn mouth. His nose is plugged up. His mouth is dry. He's getting all mad, and he's like yelling in the video. He sounds exactly like Alex Jones. He had problems with his motorcycle, and he's like, the damn motorcycle. I couldn't take it. I called up customer service. He was all mad. He's got this raspy voice. He sounded just like Alex, let me tell you. And he had some ridiculous problem where he went into Walmart, and he's all peed off about the bike, and he said it might be a lemon. Meanwhile, he thinks he left the bike on with the headlights going and his electric heated seat. Durr! No wonder, of course you're going to have problems. The same thing would happen with a car if you left the lights on and you went into Walmart and you were there for like an hour or two. Same thing would happen with a car. So he went out to the parking lot and the bike barely started. He's lucky it started at all. And then his electronics were messed up. He was panicking for a good amount of time, calling up customer service, etc., etc. He let it idle for a while, but it wouldn't shift into gear. The whole thing's a computer. It's all electronic, right? He said it had a bunch of weird things on the display. It was like locked up, but it was idling. Yeah, well, guess what? The alternator was charging the battery that whole time. So he finally figured out, he called up the guy with the yellow trike, mellow yellow. And the guy's wife was saying something about turn the thing off and restart it. And he tried that, and then it worked. After he was panicking, he was going to have to get a tow truck. And the thing's got an automatic transmission, so he couldn't even shift it into gear. That's the problem. That's like my Benz. That's why the older machine might be better. I mean, if that was an older bike, once the engine's running, you just shift it manually and you could have driven away. Yeah. It is a gas engine though. You do need electricity for the spark. So it's not like your motorcycle if the thing is completely dead and you get it running, like even for the kickstart on mine, on the Royal Enfield I have. Yeah, you need a battery in that thing, believe it or not. It will not run without a good battery for the coil and the spark. I can tell you one thing though, you won't believe this. I had a Mercedes diesel, and I thought this one might have even had a computer. I'm not sure. No, I don't know if it did. It was a 190 diesel. I sold it many years back. And I actually bought the car used. I worked on it, drove it for a few years, and I sold it for double what I bought it for. Long story short, the alternator in that thing, I had one of these rebuild guys rebuild the alternator, and they put in like brushes that wear out fast. Some stupid brushes. They weren't Bosch. That's the original quality. I only had the thing less than a year, and the brushes wore out. I was driving the thing from New Hampshire back to Long Island, and I'm driving it, and I noticed my air conditioning, the blower's like slowing down. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Then I know the AC cut out. Then I noticed the radio was not working right. The radio was going dead. I realized the alternator is not functioning. Maybe the alternator light had come on the dash. The thing, because it's a diesel, it has a mechanical fuel pump, and it has a little fuel pump to circulate the fuel as well. That's mechanical. No electric pump. There's no spark. Only glow plugs once you start it up, just to get it started. And then the glow plugs shut off. By the time I got down by New York City, my battery was completely dead. There were no electronics working. The lights wouldn't work. That was the only catch. It was starting to get dark. I couldn't run any lights. No electric on the car. Everything was dead. But because it was that mechanical diesel, the engine kept going. And it was a shifter. It was a manual tranny. So I kept driving it. I had no electricity. Nothing. I kept driving it all the way home to Long Island. As long as I didn't shut the engine off, I was good. Or stall it out. Because I wouldn't be able to restart it. You need the electric starter. But that damn thing ran. I drove it right back to my driveway. And then I shut it off and recharged the battery with a charger and took the alternator out. Brought it back to the damn bum that worked on it. He was like, what do you have, a system in there? You burnt the brushes. I'm like, no, I don't have a system. You put crappy brushes in there. They're not Bosch. They're not the Bosch ones. So, yeah, that's the problem with this electronic. Tim's motorcycle, that thing's like a computer system. It's got to have, of course, it's got to have battery problems. It uses a lot of electric on that bike, and the battery's probably pretty small. So people, probably they do what Tim did. They left the key on. So, yeah, that was comical this morning. I couldn't watch the whole video. It was ridiculous. Tim was having trouble talking. He was coughing, blowing his nose, making his bacon in his trailer. He was a wreck. He was a train wreck today. By the way, if your battery did go completely dead and you were at Walmart, you could just go in and buy one of those booster packs. Bring it out there and hook it up. Durr. So, yeah, here's the notes from yesterday. Okay. Yeah, Tim went to CVS yesterday, and I don't know if he didn't seem like he was joking around. He was saying he picked up all these meds from his doctor. They came in at CVS, his scripts, and he was saying that he picked up herpes medication. He picked up prednisone or whatever, a steroid thing maybe for his shoulder. He picked up a super strength ibuprofen for his aches and pains, and maybe some kind of cold medication. He picked up all these scripts. What the hell's up with that? Is he joking about that? He has herpes that he's treating? What the heck happened there? He never mentioned that before. He did have something on his lip, too, in some of the videos. Who knows what's been going on? Man. He's giving Bradenton a bad name. Huh. Yeah, so he filmed yesterday a motorcycle journey, driving around on the bike. He went to the beach, etc. Scenery, basically. hey, you know what? It's very hard to get views on that kind of stuff. That's the problem with YouTube. I noticed that if you do scenery and it's too long, surprised he was able to get views. I don't think it got that many. Like I was saying, unless he's doing something crazy on the channel, like an impulse buy or something, he usually gets like 1,500 views. It will get something like that. It's not really that much anymore. Yeah, YouTube's very competitive. Oh, I was going to say in the comments section on my video, Tim got a prescription for that Flomax for the prostate. Yeah, you know what's so strange? How come his doctor didn't give him a PSA test? And how come he didn't talk about the PSA number? Yeah, because if you're having a problem like that, you definitely should have that tested, because it could be related, I don't even want to say it, a prostate cancer. It basically, the prostate's getting bigger, and the damn pipe, it's just plumbing is what it is. The pipe goes through this gland. So the problem is, if the prostate gets too big, it constricts the pipe that delivers the urine out, to put it in plumbing terms. So what's making it get bigger? You know, you got to make sure that's okay. That's scary. It happens too, just with age. Yeah, I was saying the other day, there's supplements you can take. You can take saw palmetto that keeps the hormone levels down, the male hormones. And then it's supposed to be good for the hair too. Yeah, you'll turn into a lady. Here's the problem though. Yeah, it might kill your sex drive. That's the only side effect. Yeah. I haven't tried that, saw palmetto. I haven't taken that. I do have a friend that was taking that years ago. One of my friends from high school. But the guy, he's obese. Yeah, he's really heavy, man. And he's been that way for a while. I don't know what's going on with him. When he was in high school, he was like my weight. And he just got heavier and heavier and heavier. He's like Fat Albert. I don't think he watches my channel. Let's hope not. He knows about my channel. I'm not going to name names. He knows about it. Maybe he does watch it. He just doesn't want to tell me. I don't know, but he better watch it. If he's watching, he better get to the gym and start working on, like, eliminate the carbs. Yeah, definitely. But he was taking that stuff. Oh, yeah, and another one of my friends was taking that finasteride, and he said, that's the best stuff for your hair. He said, my hair was growing really well. He's like, that stuff's great. But he said, here's the problem. He stopped taking it. He said, it eliminates your entire sex drive. You won't be interested. You take that finasteride, it blocks the male hormones. You won't be interested in girls anymore. You won't have any activity. Yeah. Believe that? You can't win. And then if you don't have good hair, you may be interested in girls, but you're not going to be getting any. Ha! It's a balancing act. Damn, son. I'm going to try this crap, the Chinese hair serum. It's been sitting on my table for several days. And I'm afraid, people said, don't do it. You don't know what's in there. It's like brand X from China. I'm like, don't put that on. And I did read, the problem, it has some minoxidil in it. And some of it says, oh, your regular hair will fall out. It will shed. This is normal. It's part of the process. Then new hair will like grow in. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, I'm not so sure I want to do that, because Then also they say if you stop using it, whatever hair you grew with this, it will fall out. So I'm like, this, if my regular hair falls out, then I grow minoxidil hair, and then I stop using it, I might be completely bald. This is, I'll try. You guys are like, try it in one spot. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. We're gonna do that. I was joking around in the comments. I'm like, yeah, I've seen that where they do the car wax commercial and they do like half of the hood. They put a piece of tape. You do like half of your head and then you see if it grows. One side will be long, the other side will be bald. Who knows? So that's something to try. I'm under the gun though. I got to get more time. I sleep a lot of hours. I need to get my energy level up. I don't know. But then I'm going to tell you right now, you know what it is? There's guys that don't sleep much at all. Man, I know of a guy, an Asian man, and he was like a machine. And he would drive to work. He lived on Long Island and he worked in like Westchester. He worked like slightly upstate New York. He would have a hell of a commute. He would drive. I couldn't do that crap. This guy was so high energy. He only needed like 4 hours of sleep or something. He was a machine. He was an engineer, right? Very smart. The guy was doing all that. You know, they live the dream. They want the dream. They want the McMansion. They want the family. They want all this crap. The car or whatever. The brand new ride. Living the dream. People get caught up in this crap. It's some kind of stupid keeping up with the Joneses. Don't do your own thing. You know, it's a competition. You got to do like everyone else. All right, this is fine and good. This is when I was a kid. I didn't know how things worked back then. I was, naive to the world, so to speak. Well, I realize now a lot of stuff that I didn't know back then. When I was a kid, everyone was like, oh yeah, you have a family, you have the McMansion, you have the car, you gotta have the cars, all this crap. Well, this guy, long story short, this guy, he was a father of one of the classmates I went to school with, actually my sister's friend. That's how I know about it. Yeah, he was doing all this stuff and everything, right? And he had it all. Guess what? The damn guy passed away before he even got to the age that I'm at now. He was gone. Checked out. Now I realize this crap. It does. You see this on some of the, I follow the stocks, with the stock trading. And I hear stories like come up on the stock feeds with these different companies. You have like these CEO guys, they work like a ton of hours. And they want it all, they're making millions. The sky's not enough. Like, these guys drop. They don't live long. They end up passing away from all the stuff they got going on, from being under that kind of pressure cooker. So yeah, if you don't get enough sleep, great, you might be very successful. I'm sure all your descendants or relatives will enjoy that success when you're gone. Yeah, you're not going to be around long. It sucks. I'm telling you, I'm not like pushing myself. I'm not going to worry if I need more sleep, I'm sleeping it. I don't care. I don't care. Okay? I don't care what people think. I don't care. I'm not out to prove something. No, because it's me that's going to be gone if I don't get enough sleep. And then everyone else, they'll be the ones laughing at me. Yeah. And this, I've heard this time and time again. My oil guy, I used to get this oil from, it was like a local oil guy that I saw him driving one day with the truck, and I copied the number down. He had some pretty good prices. Yeah, he would deliver my oil, and he would come. I would have to set my alarm clock. He would come out like 6:30 in the morning or something with the oil. And I got to know him a bit. I talked with him, and I thought it was a cool job, you know, doing the driving. And he was telling me this crap that he only sleeps like 4 or 5 hours a night. He's like, that's all I need, man. That's all I need. I keep the truck running. He started working at like 4 in the morning or something, and he finished with work at like 7 p.m. at night. Yeah, it was crazy stuff he was telling me. I'm like, I don't know how you do it, man. That's amazing. High energy, man. Well, the next thing I know, I go to get oil like the next year, and there's a different guy, and he was telling me, oh, the guy's real sick. You're going to have to find another oil company. He ended up with some kind of bad cancer. He's on a bad way. Some kind of thing with his stomach or spine or something. It's messed up. Yeah. And the guy wasn't old either. He's probably in his 40s. I'm like, damn. Yeah, that's great. Be high energy. Do that. Good. I'll see you at your funeral. I'm surprised Tim's still around with all this crap. He gets up at 3:30 in the morning or 4 a.m. The thing with Tim though, he's not working a real job. And I bet you that he lazes at the trailer a lot. I bet you that he takes naps. Yeah, I think he pretends to be high energy. He wakes up at 4 a.m., drinks all that coffee, but then he takes like a sleeping aid, and he sleeps a lot too. I don't know what's up with him. But yeah, by the way, if you have cold problems, like cold symptoms, and you want to get well, don't go on the damn motorcycle. He says it's chilly in Florida. He doesn't have the right gear or whatever. He's driving around on that thing when he's sick. It's the stupidest thing to do. When I was in high school, I had a dirt bike, a street. It's kind of like half and half street dirt. I would drive that around. I love to ride it, but New York, it's cold, right? The winter time, I remember that damn thing. The wind would blow right on your throat, and it would get into your face too. Your nose would get cold. And if you put the helmet shield down, I remember this, the helmet in colder weather will like fog. So you have to have it you have to have it open a bit. Yeah, that was a recipe for getting sick. Every time when I was riding that dirt bike a lot, I kept getting sick. Yeah, that's probably why it might not even be the flu shot. It might just be that the weather's been chilly and he's been riding the bike a lot in Florida. Yup. So, yeah, that's what's going on with Tim. I think I got everything covered with him. The problem is there's not much going on his channel. Yeah, he's got this bike, and he can take bike rides and do scenery videos, but the viewage on those, it doesn't, maybe I can give him ideas. I don't know, guys, should I be helping him out? You know, I'm supposed to be a hater channel. Why should I be helping him out? And he didn't even meet up with me when I went to Florida. I mean, he could get a tent, take the bike in place in Florida and go camping overnight and do some cooking on like a campfire. That would get him a lot of views if he did something unique like that. Yeah. But the videos where he's just driving around Bradenton area or the beach with his Iota mount or whatever with his phone, it's not going to get the views. No. By the way, I caught him talking about it. He returned the iPhone Pro Max, the giant one with all that's supposed to be really good for content creators. He returned that thing and he bought a smaller model, maybe the regular, the 17. That's not the Pro Max. It's a smaller phone. Apparently his hand is so tiny, he can't even hold his damn phone. The big phone. Thing I like about the Sony phone, they made this longer than a regular cell phone and a little bit narrower. You see, this phone is, I'll show you. Look how tiny that looks. Plus, my hands are a lot bigger than Tim's. I think that's what the deal is. But yeah, even the bigger phone, the wider phone is fine. I could have a wider phone than this. But you know what I don't like? If your phone, I haven't gone to the Apple store and checked it, but if that Pro Max 17, I'm curious. I got to go to the mall and figure this out sometime. I want to see if it's as heavy as this Sony phone. Because if your phone is too heavy, that's not good either. Yeah, if you're carrying around a huge thing that's real heavy, man. I remember the old flip phones. You used to be able to get a clip and you put it right on your belt. You put a belt clip on it. And believe it or not, that was really convenient. Your phone is right there. It's easy to carry around, you know. Now you got to worry about, if you put it on your belt, the thing's going to fall down. Then these new phones are so big, it's going to be like having a goddamn TV set on your belt. Carrying around a color TV and a holster. Nah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know if you really want it that big. What you want is a phone that has a really good camera system for being a content creator. Even if they made it a flip phone with a really good camera, if they could figure that out, that would be great. And then maybe they have those screens now that actually fold up. So you can have a big screen with a flip phone. Motorola has one of those. But the camera on that just is not going to cut it. I've checked into it. My other phones are Motorola. Yeah, I checked into it. It's just not going to cut it. If you're doing content, you want to do video. The thing with this, it stabilizes the video really well. Otherwise, you're going to be carrying around a whole gimbal. You're going to have like a whole harness that you got to bring with you. If you want to make a video, it's going to it's too much. I want to have something that's convenient to use. Maybe I'll have to do that new iPhone. Who knows at some point. If that Sony breaks. By the way, this thing froze up on me when I was on the cruise. When I got back from the cruise, my last video I made, when I was joking around saying, I was like, I was pretending it was Love Boat. And I'm like, well, you've arrived back at sunny Port of Los Angeles. Yet, after that, the phone locked up on me. And I tried rebooting it. I tried holding the power button down. Nothing would happen. It was dead as a doornail. And it had plenty of battery. And to this day, I still don't know what happened. I couldn't use it the whole way home. That's why there's no video of my train ride home or any of that stuff in the city. When I got back home, I plugged it into the charger and it magically came back to life. And it did that one time before on the cruise, and I don't know why. I don't know if it crops out. We'll see. I have a feeling, though, Leslie's iPhone, this one it's got good cameras in this. Cannot win. All right, guys. This is the problem when you drink McAfee and you do a video. You get too hyped up on it. And now I'm not filming this at night. This is almost like a live video here. It's already 1 o'clock. Is that the right time? No. Damn, it's almost 2 o'clock. Jeez Louise. All right, I got me notes here. I'm going to be doing Nomadic Fanatic later. Maybe tonight I'll film that. We got to do something. We'll try and see what gets the most views. All right, guys, hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan. I hope everyone has a great evening by the time you watch this. Yeah. On a Friday. Greetings. I'm going to drink the rest of this coffee and get really hyped up. And then what I should do is work. Get some stuff done, right? Drink all this coffee, get hyped up, and then take a nap in the trailer. That's probably what Tim does. He was like, yesterday he was like, oh, I'm going to go rub on my motorcycle. What can I do this afternoon? He was like, man. He got back there to the trailer and he's like, man, maybe I'll make some coffee up. That's what I'll do. Yeah, he probably made the coffee up, then he took a nap. The coffee, sometimes it makes you hyper, but you can't get anything done. Go figure, right? All right, guys. Hope everyone has a good one. This is your friend, New York Dan. I'll see you guys soon. We'll talk Nomadic Fanatic.